Hey guys, a bit of good news. James Maddison and Ange Postecoglou have been provided with the Player of the Month and the Manager of the Month, respectively. I thought I'd like to sort of explain what it means to me as an Aussie Spurs supporter for Ange to receive that award. I know there's a few jokes around, but the award is cursed. Nuno has received that award in the past. So we know how it sort of played out there, but I think from an Aussie perspective, for Ange to sort of come out and win that award means a lot to me. He's always been a manager that has always had to do things the hard way around, and to see the way that Tottenham supporters have sort of really embraced him and the wider sort of community he's held in high regard. It's probably come a little bit quicker than what I have thought. He's still on the very early sort of building stages of what his multi-year project will be. I thought David Moyes has done exceptionally well as well. He beat Chelsea and he beat Brighton as well. So I think my personal view is, as much as I love Ange and I think it's awesome that he won it, I thought David Moyes probably just is who I would have picked. From the perspective of Ange winning it, from an Aussie perspective, it's never happened before. First time Australians, we know it's the first Australian that's coached in the Premier League, and for him to sort of get that award, yeah, I think it's a fantastic achievement. Now, what does it sort of mean to him personally? I don't think he'll be very appreciative of it, but he'll just be saying, look, at the end of the day, it's just the beginning. This is nice to sort of receive, and it's been appreciated, sort of being recognised for those efforts. But that won't mean much to him until he starts winning trophies, and until he gets into a good winning form. I can tell you 100% he would rather prefer to beat Man City than sort of get that award any day of the week, just knowing his mentality. And it's really, I'm really proud of him as to sort of see him doing well in the Premier League, to play attractive, exciting sort of football that, I'm happy to sort of get up 2 o'clock at night so I can watch Spurs play, and I'm sort of buzzing afterwards. It sort of sets me up for the rest of the week, and I hope he can sort of continue sort of doing with that as well. So just to talk about some of the specifics of what he's managed to sort of achieve as well. Look, if we sort of compare to the average of what Spurs were sort of doing in the previous seasons compared to what we're sort of doing now, look at the goals scored. It's 1.84 last year. This year it's 2.75. Expected goals 1.52 last year, 1.84 now. Shots 13.6. Now it's 18. Shots on target 5.24 versus 7. And touches in opposition box. So this is the big sort of improvement here. And he plays the way he likes to play his football. It's a lot of low crosses. So you won't see too many headers. He really likes people sort of making runs through into the box there. And those fast-paced sort of drives towards. You won't see too many crosses from outside the wings that sort of goes towards the head. So this one here used to be 23.6 last year. Now it's 43.2, and the other one is just passes into the opposition box. So basically, it's 26 last year, and this year is 30. So just there's various other statistics out there, but just the amount of time that we're spending in the opposition half, in the opposition box, it's all about pressure. We've got a good, solid back line now. May add that doesn't have too much depth there at all, but really pleasing to see the way of played. He's always sort of been like this. So I remember when he was the coach of Brisbane Roar. I'm a Melbourne Victory supporter as well. And always used to be frustrating playing him, especially when they went on that 30-odd sort of winning streak, because they used to play exciting football. It was very slick, seamless, and even though you would be losing, you could sort of appreciate what he's trying to sort of do back then as well. It doesn't matter the calibre of players that he's sort of working with as well. So even the Australian national team that he's sort of worked with in the past, they're good players, but they're not Premier League level sort of players. A lot of them weren't. Mile Jedinak, he was, but he was the rarity. By him sticking to his principles, he will play in a certain way, and I sort of believe that. So we'll see. My prediction for the rest of the season, we'll continue to see his style. What I would sort of say is that he will involve players that he'll do things that probably don't make too much rational sense to me. Like, I think the Fulham game's a good sort of perspective on that, why he made certain 9 changes. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings on Brennan Johnson in the Sheffield game as well, just because he likes throwing younger players into the mix. And his attitude is like, they'll either sink or they'll do exceptionally well. And the ones that sort of sink, he'll just sort of cull and get rid of there. So to see the other aspect of him just transferring Spurs as well, so getting rid of the old leadership sort of group as well. They're still around, they're being professional from what I've been sort of hearing, but I'm not surprised at all. Again, going back to his time at Brisbane Roar, he done a similar thing. He got there was a couple of older players there, Craig Moore, Danny Tiato, ex Premier League players. He culled them out, putting his new thing, and that's how I sort of ended up building that sort of Brisbane Roar dynasty there as well. So have trust in him, continue to enjoy the football, and yeah, congratulations, Ange and Matters, to having a great start to the season. Long may it continue. Come on, you Spurs.